Morning, everyone. Thank you for coming back to my channel. And I just, first of all, would like to thank all my new subscribers and say welcome to my channel. And also thank you to those of you who have sent in your entries for my giveaway. I've received 3. I've received one from Andrea, one from Anne Lane, and one from Christina. And so there's still plenty of time to enter if you want. There is a video up explaining the rules, but basically if you live in the UK, all I'm asking is that you send me, care of me, a birthday card for my brother who's going to be 75 in August. So the closing date is the 15th of August. So that's a little shout out for my video, for my giveaway. And now I want to share with you what I've made. And I've already videoed this. And when I look back at the video, I realized that you couldn't see the images very well. I had them too far forward. So I'm videoing it again, and we're going to make a second card. So anyway, so basically, I have a friend who loves irises, and I won this stamp in a giveaway that Teresa the Cartboo Crafter was doing. And I thought, oh, this is great. And I thought it was the typical stamp where, you just ink it up and you stamp it. But no, it's what they call a watercolor stamp. And basically what you do is you color in the image in different colors, the colors that you want, with either watercolor markers or watercolor inks or crayons, watercolor crayons. And then you spritz it. But first of all, they say you can either spritz it with water or you can breathe on it, to reactivate the paints. So I tried it just by huffing and puffing on it, and the image didn't come out. I can't show you that image because it's behind this one. so then the second time I did it, I spritzed this and then I stamped it onto watercolor card, and this is the image that I got. It's not bad. I quite like it. And there were a few, this was very there was still a lot of ink here on the stamp, so I've just put there's a bit of a mop up at the bottom here, so it's quite nice. But then I thought, what would happen if I spritz the paper and then color up the stamp and stamp it? And this is the image that I got, and I really like this image. So so in the video that I had to delete, I made this card. So we're going to make something similar with the other piece of the other image. Okay, but this is the one that is going to my friend. So so that's the stamp. That's that. So I'm going to make another 4x6 card, and I'm using this paper from Dawn's Vintage Treasures collection, because I think the colors in it go perfectly with the colors of my iris. And so let's get going. So I want just to have a very narrow white border around here. So I'm going to actually mark the paper where I want to cut it. So I've placed the paper with a very narrow border here, and then I can gauge where I need to cut on this side, leaving another border, if that makes sense. So let's bring in the guillotine and let's cut that, and let's cut that. Okay, so put that in my pen, and there we go. So now, if you watched my previous video yesterday's video, you'll know that I lost my glue bottle. Well, I'm very glad to say that I found it, as you can see. And I'd moved it because I was making, I was doing a lot of stamping, and it was just in the way, because normally I just keep it in front of me. So I'd moved it to one side. And I knew I'd done that, but I just couldn't see it, and I was hunting here, there and everywhere, and then finally I found it. And what had happened was it had fallen over. So because I was looking sort of at this sort of level, 2 or 3 inches high, looking for my bottle, and in fact it had fallen over, and so it was on the desk, well, behind a few things. Anyway, I was glad that I found it, because it had the metal tip, which is so much easier when you're using the art glitter glue. Now this piece is a bit, I could leave it like that, but I want to have the border all the way around. So I'm just gauging it here, and I'm just going to cut the bottom off my piece. So just line that up there, cut that off. So that's nice now. Okay, so now what I did before was I went around the edge with wilted violet and a little dauber. So I think there might be enough ink on here to do that again, just to try and blend it a little bit. I'm just going around the edge. I don't mind that it's spilling onto the card as well. I don't mind that. I don't actually use my inks very much. I'm trying to perhaps use a few more elements in my cards, even though they might pass unnoticed. The person who's receiving it might not notice that I've inked around the edges of the card, for example. And then I'm just daubing it here and there, just to dull down that a little bit. So that's going to go there, like so. And I am going to use double-sided tape as well as glue, because this is watercolor card, and it is a little bit bent. So yeah, going to oops, just going to stick some of this down. This tape, it is a finger lift tape, but it is very attached to the backing sheet. So it's a bit hard to get it off, but anyway, let's try. Here's my pokey tool. So let's try this. Oh yeah, this one's okay. And this one. Let's try this end. I don't know if any of you got any tips for this sort of thing. Now you can see I've got a bit over the edge. Well, all you need to do, you don't need to cut it off, just turn it back on itself, because it's sticky on both sides, so it will do the job. And let's see this one. Maybe I can get this one. Oh, yes, this one is okay. So that's that. Just going to put a bit of glue in between, so that we've got good grip everywhere. Right, I think that will do. Okay, and I'm going to stick this on here, like, try and get it as evenly as I can. Just going to pull that down. So there we have it. So now I'm going to add this happy birthday, and I'd like to mount it on some of this purple. So I think that would look nice. So I don't know which. Anyway, I'll mount it on one bit of this. So let's put it up here. Okay, like so. And I'm going to trim it with the trimmer, because I cannot cut straight lines with toffee, so I just find it so much easier to do it in the guillotine. That's that. I might put it to one side. Yeah, I like that. And we'll stick that down. Now, I have got some pearls here from the Victorian treasures as well, and other elements. And I've got these butterfly stickers, and I do want to add a butterfly. I don't know which colour I want to use. I think maybe the pink one. So I'm just going to stick that on. Maybe there. And in the other card I added some pearls. So I think I'm going to do the same with this one. So let's find 5 pearls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So doing it this way, using the stamp this way, it gives a different result every time. Obviously, well, it depends on what colours you use, and it also depends how much water you use. So, so that's interesting, and I think I'll definitely be using this stamp again because I quite like that effect, and it looks as though I've painted it, and I haven't. So, so there we are. So that's the happy birthday. Now I did put a bow on the other one, so let's see if we want a bow on this one. I used one of these glass bows, clear bows. I think actually, yes, let's go for it. I've got that sort. Oops. We've got a pinky one. Let's see what that looks like. That's quite nice. Or I've got one that's like a white button. No, it's not big enough. I'm going to go for this pinky coloured one, and I'm just going to put some glue on it and stick it down here. So there we are. Just let that catch for a minute. There we go. So that's the second one. So there we are. Those are the 2 cards I've made using the indigo blue watercolor iris stamp. Absolutely beautiful. So thank you for watching. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.